It's your boy Jose from Big Meat Sport, and today, we got a special show because guess who's on the show today? It's our boy Duncan. If you guys don't know who he is, this guy is very knowledgeable, very knowledgeable in football. When I mean, you could talk about high school, we're going into college and pros. This man is the most knowledgeable person that I know, and I'm glad that he's on today's podcast. And we have JC also. So,
Gee, thanks.
so
Doug is an original. He's an original member, man. I feel like when Bobby Brown rejoined New Edition.
How you doing today, Dunk? How are you doing on this lovely Sunday?
Hey, man, I'm happy to be here. Glad to be on the Big Meat Sports podcast, and I'm ready to get it in, man. Let's do what we do.
That's what I'm talking about. JC, if you guys are wondering what kind of hat JC's wearing, he's wearing a Laker hat.
Not just the Lakers hat. I'm wearing the 2020 championship hat when we beat Miami.
Yeah, way to rub it in there, buddy. All right, I thought that we got the Miami Heat.
Hey, we haven't done shit since,
there.
So
it's all right, man. Hey, it was Big Kobe's birthday recently, so hey, man.
Yeah, shout out to rest in peace to Kobe. And I'm glad that they're gonna have that statue unveiling this upcoming season. And I think the new Kobe's dropped, if I'm not mistaken, the all white ones. So yeah, if you like Kobe shoes and stuff like that, I don't know. JC, have you ever had a Kobe shoe or?
I have back in high school. I don't have any of the recent low top ones. I don't have any of those.
What's wrong? You don't like the low tops, or you just don't like
No, they're nice. I'm not. Yeah, I mean, just if from a Kobe fan speaking, they're nice. I wouldn't. When he was alive and everyone was rocking them, I mean, I wasn't into the low tops when it came to basketball.
Okay.
So, but no, they're nice now. Especially after he passed. They've come out with a lot of different colorways and they're super nice. But I'll probably pop some.
I know why you like the high tops and stuff like that to protect the ankles when I break your ankles when we're playing and stuff like that. So I get it. I get it.
I've sprained my ankle like 7 times throughout my life, man, and it's not fun.
One of them was me.
Those low ones. Never.
All right, so we're gonna start this. We're gonna start this podcast, and we're gonna talk about what do we like from the preseason and our expectations. And a little bit later on, we're going to talk about the schedule prediction. So the unique thing about this is when we talk to Dunk is Dolphins and Dallas Cowboys fan, more of Dallas Cowboys, but he is a homer and he does pay attention a lot of attention to the Miami Dolphins. So let's start with the Dallas Cowboys first, Dunk. What did you like in the preseason, and what are you excited to see coming up this upcoming year?
I'm excited to see Dak. To be honest, I think I know Dak want to eliminate like turnovers, all that. He's heard the whole offseason how he's threw a lot of interceptions, stuff like that. And that was just it wasn't a typical year. Dak's usually low on the turnovers, and I know he's anxious to show everybody that he's a top 10 quarterback, and he has everything. There's no excuse. We probably have a top 5 defense, possibly the best. It just depends on injuries. Our biggest question mark is probably offensive line. The O-line got to stay healthy. We don't have a lot of depth, but and we got to battle with the Philly Eagles. Dak knows we should have beat the 49ers outside of his turnovers. That was like our main thing. So our defense kept them in check. So, but I'm excited. I mean, Mike McCarthy, he's been calling plays pretty good, and I don't have any doubt, man. Dallas has what it takes. It's just that they have to put it together. They're going to be top 3 NFC: Cowboys, 49ers, and Philly. You know, not getting to the Super Bowl and playing the AFC, that's a different story. But you got to get there first, man. And Cowboys haven't even reached the NFC Championship game in forever. So
look,
they got to take it one game at a time.
Look, I agree with you on all aspects of that. You know, it is predicated on Dak. I am interested on seeing what kind of play calls. I see a little bit of it in the preseason, but watching the practices, I just feel like the biggest addition, Brandon Cooks. I mean, you just have to watch out for that speed. He is like 4.3, I want to say, maybe a little. He's slowed down in his age, but he still has to command that respect. He's burning our secondary, and I like what I see for the Dallas Cowboys. Again, you touched on it. The offensive line, we are screwed if somebody goes down. I think JC can attest to this also, where the Dolphins, their offensive line, if one person goes down, they're screwed too. I think Armstead is always going to be that one that you're always worried about how many games he's going to miss. So let's go with JC. So JC, what other than the offensive line issues, is there any other thing that you're worried about or are excited to see this upcoming season?
Worried about? Man, I'd say obviously offensive line is I'm actually worried about Connor Williams, to be honest with you. He's been having some really bad snapping issues.
Boy.
Yeah. In training camp, and we saw it yesterday in the game.
But was he like that last year? Because I don't remember that many bad.
He wasn't. He wasn't in the beginning, but he got better as the season got on. He actually had a decent year. Mm-hmm. So hopefully this is just we're getting back into the groove of things, and they're not in midseason form yet. So, but they have to work on it. I know he missed some time in OTAs. I don't think he went to any of the OTAs because he was holding out. Eventually, he did report to training camp, but yeah, man, it was evident yesterday when the starters were out there and he snapped the ball over to his head when we were moving the ball. So, but obviously, offensive line, I think we're gonna Armstead is shooting for week 1. Linebackers look pretty solid. I'm not gonna lie though, ETN was running all over our defense yesterday, but we were missing really 2 big key pieces: Christian Wilkins and Zach Sealer. Which Zach Sealer got an extension today, which was kind of surprising. I thought Wilkins would get his first, but I'm hoping that we still, they should still extend Wilkins now that we got Sealer locked up for the next couple of years. But honestly, man, the secondary's been looking decent with Ramsey out. We got an influx of receivers, so I'm not worried there. Running back looked really good the last game. Yesterday, not so much, but that could change if we get Jonathan Taylor. So we'll see.
And that's going to lead up to my next question. So if you guys get Jonathan Taylor, okay?
Yeah.
I believe that now you have 4 or 5 really good or decent running backs. JT will probably be your starter. Mostert will probably be your backup, and who's your third? Because I really like the kid from Texas A&M.
I think the odd man out is going to be Jeff Wilson. So if we trade for Jonathan Taylor, I think he might be in that package, or we might find a trade for him somewhere else. But I think Mostert stays. A-Chain he's hurt right now, so he might miss a month, the first month of the season. It's possible.
And
he got body slammed. He got body slammed twice in that Houston game. He's little, but he's very
welcome
fast.
Welcome to the NFL. This ain't the SEC.
I think if we get JT Mostert, A-Chain, and I think we keep Savon Ahmed, who's another clone of A-Chain pretty much. They look like the same player. Similar in play style, speed, can catch. I think the odd man out there is going to be Myles Gaskin. I think we end up cutting him, unfortunately.
Okay. With that being said, on the defensive side, who you think is the odd man out? Because I feel like you guys got on corners and safeties, because I believe you guys have what's his name? Something Jones is coming back.
Jones, yeah.
Brandon Jones.
Brandon
Jones.
Jones.
He may not start though. He may not start. Actually, the guy who was up to start, his name is Elijah Campbell.
Okay.
Really good special teamer, but he was actually competing for that other safety spot. He got hurt yesterday. I don't know the significance of his injury yet. We had a lot of injuries yesterday, including that game, the one that ended up pretty much closing out the game. David Davis, I think he's tight end or a receiver. He got hit and was out pretty much, and it ended up ending the game. But yeah, we got Keon Cross. Honestly, I don't think we're going to get rid of a lot of these DBs except for these no names, undrafted free agents that we brought in. Verone McKinley's probably going to stay. Keon Cross is going to stay. Nick Needham has been hurt. He hasn't played. Obviously, he's going to stay. Cater Cole, who's been looking decent. The one that really frustrates me is Noah Iggy.
Yeah.
I say Iggy because I can't pronounce his last name. The guy has all-world talent. He has all-world capabilities, the speed, everything. He just doesn't have the instincts. And you saw that yesterday with Calvin Ridley. He's always step for step with the receivers. Doesn't matter how fast they are, how physical they are.
Really gonna make
Problem is he just doesn't.
Really gonna make a lot of guys look bad, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. No, you're right. And
really is a real deal.
but it's like that with Iggy with a bunch of people.
Real quick, don't be talking about really too much. That's my sleeper pick. I'm gonna be drafting them, a little bit high.
Bro, that's you and half of them. Everybody's high. Really's gonna be like.
No, and I'm sure he's there's a chip on his shoulder. He wants to come back with a vengeance. I know he had his issues with the Falcons, not last year, the year before, where he took some time away. I don't know if it was mental health related, and then he got into that gambling stuff, and then he missed a year. But we'll see, man. I mean, the Jaguars are looking real good, but we were missing a lot of our starters, so I'm not too worried.
Yeah, that's correct.
When Brandon Jones gets like 100%, I'm telling you, he's gonna be, because he was balling out before he got hurt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So.
And he's a great he's a great blitz DB. He's really good at that. That's probably one of the strongest suits.
You put him with Holland.
Oh, yeah.
I mean.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what I'm saying.
We also got Deshaun Elliott from the Lions.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you pair him with Hollins, I think that secondary is no joke. And just imagine, with Ramsey, Howard, like it just sucks the injury to Ramsey and meniscus. Now it's still, I haven't seen any updates on Ramsey, but with the meniscus, it's all about the.
You haven't seen any updates because you don't follow Dolphins Twitter.
Okay, yeah. Well, I follow Cowboys.
But I'm hearing whispers.
Okay.
I'm hearing whispers that he may come back earlier. We'll see.
Yeah.
Okay, Duncan, what do you rate the Dolphins defense right now? If you had to give, out of like, where would you put them with Ramsey and without Ramsey?
I mean, with Ramsey, I think they're definitely top 5. Okay. Without Ramsey, they're still close, bro, because they're used to not playing with him anyway. You still got X, and then the whole thing is going to be just seeing how they are with Vic Fangio, man. Just seeing how this new play calling, and he's more aggressive, and he puts people in the right place. I still think they're going to be top 5, bro. I just think with a Ram, they're just going to play different. When you have 2 lockdown corners, they can be really aggressive with a blitz packages. You don't have to worry so much about the back end. Just how, it's how they're going to play, but I see like definitely one of the best in the AFC and NFL, man. Because you got Phillips, he looks better. Once they get Wilkins back,
he got held like 3 different times yesterday.
Yeah, yeah, bro.
Yeah, one of them they called. Yeah. But that boy's a beast.
I mean, the Dolphins are good on every level. At linebacker, that's probably like their weakest position. But but I'm telling you, I expect big things from both the Dolphins and Cowboys. Cowboys, I'm not going to lie. If Cowboys can stay healthy, I think they could be the best, bro. To be honest, I think Michael is getting better, and Lawrence and them boys. And
the funny thing is, when I was watching the Cowboys preseason game, Mozzie was playing almost into the third quarter. Sam Williams, which is one of our pass rushers, he was also playing almost damn near the whole game. A lot of people that are backups and rotation players were playing a lot. I don't know if that was just getting them reps and the depth, But man, it was concerning. I was just hoping to come away injury free because
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now that Demario Overshawn ACL injury, the linebacker, I think that really hurt him as a player. But he was just shining, and I kind of feel bad for Quinn too because he had a plan for him. I was thinking about like our defense probably for sure with him there was going to be number one because him filling the holes coming out of Texas. You saw that coming out of Texas and you wanted to see how it translates to the NFL. And because I'll say with Texas, who they play, it's more spread out. But it's to me that was the biggest injury, and I'm glad that the Dolphins didn't have what you would say this Ramsey was the biggest major injury that they came away with, but he's coming back at least. That one hurt. Overshawn, for him being out the whole year, it really hurts. But we always talk about when we talk about injuries, and it's funny when we talk about injuries is Dolphins and Cowboys have the exact same issue. Tyron Smith, you're waiting for him to have an injury because it's inevitable, really, because he's going to have either a shoulder, some soft tissue injury, and he's out. Same thing with Armstead. Armstead, it's going to come, and he already has one. And
we do honestly, to be honest with you, though, we do have a guy. His name is Kendall Lamb. He's been playing pretty good. He's no Armstead, but he's a swing tackle. He can play both. But definitely do not want Armstead to get hurt. Without him, I mean, it's going to be real tough to win games.
Yeah, and I see Richards. We have a rookie named Richards, and he's going to probably be our swing tackle. But then you're going to have to move Tyler Smith to guard. But, if you really look at it, if you really look at this aspect, Dallas Cowboys and the Dolphins damn near look like the same team. Dolphins are a lot faster than us and the wide receiver. I think you guys have better wide receivers. But it kind of like we kind of look the same. And that's why I'm not saying anything, but I can predict a Dallas Cowboy Miami Dolphins Super Bowl.
Well, the Dolphins have a harder path.
Amazing.
They AFC loaded.
Got a real tough schedule.
Yeah, tough schedule. So that's the hardest.
We got the second toughest schedule in the league behind Philly.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Dunk. So who do you think is the top tiers in the AFC that Dolphins have to look after?
I mean, of course, you got the Chiefs. You got I won't say Baltimore because I got to say his offense look. The last time Monken was in the NFL, he didn't. His offense wasn't the best, but he has a great group. With Lamar and OBJ and Zay and them boys. So J.K. Dobbins. So we got to see, man. Of course, the Bills, even though they're right there in the same division, but they're going to be right there in the thick of things. Just they don't run the ball. But, they put it all on the quarterback, and he can't do it all. So, but to me, it's really the Chiefs, man. Everybody else are just. I think the Dolphins are right there.
And that's the interesting thing about the AFC is that you have the Chiefs and everyone else, but you have those 5 other teams like Buffalo, Miami, Cincinnati. I hate to say it, but the Jets, they have all the hype around them. I don't think they're going to be as good as people think they are and as good as the media is putting them out to be. But Pittsburgh's going to be better this year. Obviously Baltimore, Jacksonville. But they play in a scrub ass division, so they're going to be it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, man. It got a whole lot better for sure this year.
But I think with the Dolphins, have a big advantage as far as they went through a lot last year and they overcame it, and they damn near knocked out Buffalo. Somebody
with the third string.
Yeah. So I know they feel good saying, hey, if Tua stays healthy, and if we can avoid the injury bug, that we can beat damn near anybody. You know what I mean? I mean, the Dolphins have to feel great about that. So,
and now that this changes if we get Jonathan Taylor. If we get Jonathan Taylor, this changes. Look, I mean, we're going to be. I'm not saying we're the favorites over Kansas City if we get them, but we're right up there.
But the thing is, I was going to say with the Cowboys and the Dolphins. It's all about the running game too, man. Both teams, I mean, Dallas ran it good, but not great. But when you have great defenses, if you can run the ball, you know what I mean? That gives your defense rest, and it just helps. But sometimes when you go 3 and out, and all that stuff, it puts them in a precarious, situation. So if you can run the ball, man, it's just going to help out the defense, and they're going to be that much better. So really, if they get Jonathan Taylor, it's going to be a problem because you can't load the box. You got to worry about Reek, Waddle. Same thing with the Cowboys, man. So,
but my thing is, how committed is McDaniels going to be to the run? Because knowing that
when you got a guy like Jonathan Taylor, you have to be.
Yeah. I think he wants to run. I just think last year he didn't feel like they had the necessary,
and we had injuries last year to the running back room too.
Yeah, but trust
Mostert did a pretty good job for the games he played. He almost ran for just 900 yards.
Yeah, and
I said we didn't run the ball. We didn't run the ball too much. But
look, the fact that they were trying to get Cook, Jacobs. I mean, I don't think they'll be trying so hard to get a top tier back if they weren't, looking to use them.
Yeah.
Right. Now they want to run.
Yep.
Yeah.
You think so? Losing Gesicki, which was a good, I would say not great, but a good tight end in the passing game. Not that solid in the run game. Do you think the tight end position for you guys, the Dolphins, is area of concern?
No. Tight end is not really a big part of this offense. It's a bonus if they get out there and catch some balls, but we got the perfect tight end for this system, and Durham Smythe. He came out of Notre Dame, 4th-round pick, and his specialty is blocking. So if you can't block, you're not going to play. That was the problem with Gesicki. I loved Gesicki personally, and I feel like we should have used him more. But unfortunately, in this type of offense, you need to be able to block, and he couldn't do that. So I'm not too worried about the tight end position.
Yeah, and I just want to say, look, shout out to Tua. Hey, that boy told Ryan Clark, keep my name out your mouth. Hey, look, and yeah, I kind of feel like Tua is kind of frustrated with the whole talks of staying healthy. Because it looks like he looks bigger, but it looks more solid and firm of the weight that he put on this offseason. So I'm kind of interested on seeing like how that's gonna. Is it going to affect his throwing? I don't think so. I think it's going to be more he has the same exact, throws deep downfield, but the contact, the late hits, and going to the ground. I saw him go to the ground the other day. He didn't, he didn't look like one of these little kids.
That jiu-jitsu's been working, boy.
Like so I'm interested.
Did you catch his tribal sleeve? That boy put lotion on it yesterday because it was shining.
Wait,
he put some Lubriderm on that.
That thing has to be the sickest tribal sleeve I've seen. That has to be the top tier of tribal sleeves I've seen on people. But yeah, that's.
Tell Riley to calm down, bro.
Yeah, bro. If you guys are hearing my dog in the background, it's most likely an Amazon guy.
He's saying you won't give him any shine, man. You want to get on the podcast?
Yeah, so tell him try not to hunt. Try not to hunt my leg tomorrow when I do my intro. When I come out, when I do my entrance.
Yeah, if some of you guys are not, if some of you guys are, a lot of you guys probably aren't aware, we're going to be doing our fantasy draft this tomorrow afternoon. I'm still debating on what if we do it live or something like that, where we stream it live. But this fantasy draft is awesome. Your boy here is the reigning champ, so yes.
About damn time.
Wait. Do we have it here? Oh, here we go. You can see it right here. Here's the championship belt. There you go.
Yeah.
So
that $20 belt I bought from Walmart. But
I feel like
champ.
I feel like that was Justin's belt, so let's not show Justin.
Hey, that's where it was. But I had a conversation with Jose yesterday. Now that he's the champ, he wants a better quality belt. So he says he's gonna invest in one. So we'll see.
Yeah. I feel like I'm gonna invest in one. I'm because if I'm gonna keep this thing every year, I gotta have something to be prideful for.
Right.
So
2-time champ, and you got to come back home. Hey. But go and invest. I like quality. I like nice things.
Zero-time champ.
Yeah,
in my own league. I've been in it. I've had this league for 11 years. I've never won it once. That's how you know I run a fair league.
It was crazy. The man always has a raw ass team.
Yeah.
And then some crazy injuries, like towards the end of the season, something crazy every time. But
hey, look,
having hella points, scoring like the number one in the league, shit happens, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, I just want to say that JC, me and Duncan were talking this morning, and he was just trying to discourage me for some players because I think that was his like hidden agenda to get some players because he was like, yeah, I want to take that guy, you know, because we're talking about, you know, ceiling and, you know, roof. Like, what are we? I was like, man. And I think Duncan was trying to like do some psychological things to not let me pick some players. So,
bro, lies. I was given wisdom. I was like, hey, it's all about draft position, bro. You know, if you're like 1 or 2, or at the end of the snake draft, you know, you got to be more aggressive because it's not going to come back to you for a minute. So you can't be like, oh, I'm gonna wait until you know it comes back to me. Nah, bro, you got to be aggressive. So, but I'm just telling, man, some people, all right, Bijan Robinson. Everybody like he's like top 3 at running back. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, even if he goes, some people got him like top 3 in the draft. Like his ADP is like 3rd. I'm like, bro, he's a rookie. Number 1, you got Cordero Patterson, Algier, I think I'm saying his name right. Like they have a good ass running game. Let's say like they're basing it strictly on like, you know, hype, like projection. Like he has a high ceiling, but do you think it's going to do better than Nick Chubb? You know what I'm saying? Like somebody that's proven, you know, Chubb is going to give you like 14, 1,500 yards. So I'm just telling them, bro, sometimes when it's your top pick, like your first round, you don't want to go off of, ceiling. You got to go off that floor because if you whiff on that first round pick, you're screwed. You're screwed. So I told him first round, I got to get the sure thing, bro. I'm not guessing. So, but
that's why I'm keeping Reek.
Hey, I'm not saying like Bijan might be number 1, but
yeah.
Are you willing to risk it?
You want to see it.
I will say
what it translates.
I do remember Jose taking Ezekiel Elliott number 1 rookie year. Remember that?
Yeah. Hey,
that
panned out good for me that year.
It panned out that year.
It panned out, but hey, he rolled the dice, man.
I had some insider information. That's what it was, you know.
But did he win the league? Did he win the chip?
Nope. No, not that year.
It's all about the chip, bro.
Not that year, but you know, I think me keeping Jalen Waddle as my keeper, I think it's gonna take me to the promised land. So
John Burrell keeping AJ Brown with and throwing away his first round pick.
Yeah,
no bueno.
AJ Brown isn't he's not first round material, bro. He's good now, but not first.
He's good, but not
No.
He ain't
Jose Vargas,
he ain't
you know,
getting Chase or Jefferson.
Jose Vargas getting Jalen Hurts again. I'm telling you here. And you know, on the record, I think that Jalen Hurts takes a step down this year. Probably I'm not gonna say a drastic step down, but if you look at their schedule, and I pointed this out, they have that game stretch where it's, you know, it's us,
brutal.
San Fran, the Chiefs, Bills, then us again, and then at Seattle. So I don't know how
the season last year wasn't crazy. I mean, he had touchdowns, but his yards was low. His passing yards was low. What do you have?
I do think the loss of their offensive coordinator, Shane Steichen, going to the Colts. Yeah. I do think that's going to hurt him. And then and the defensive side with the Eagles, they lost a bunch of starters. They got a new defensive coordinator. So hey, look,
I don't like the Eagles, but I ain't gonna lie. But
if I'm a betting man, and if I'm a betting man, this NFC East hasn't had a repeat champion since for like almost 12 years. I want to say it might be even more. So if I'm a betting man, I'm either going Cowboys, and that's about it because I don't see the Commies or Giants.
Cowboys gonna win the division, but I'm just saying like the Eagles are gonna be tough. They're gonna be tough. They might take a minor step back, but they're gonna be tough.
Okay, so let's go into our schedule predictions. Okay, we're gonna start off with the Miami Dolphins and JC. And JC, your schedule here. Let me flip my paper around. It's a decent schedule, and I want to say I didn't see
it's a very tough schedule.
Yeah, I want to say where do you going from we can go. Let's go game to game. And what do you think your record's going to be? So go ahead. So
So
Chargers.
you want me to go game for game?
Yeah, game for game.
Okay.
And give me quick, win loss.
This might shock you, but I think we're going to lose the first game to the Chargers.
Okay.
At the Chargers. I think
Okay.
it's going to be one of our losses. I think coming out of the gate, I'm not sure how our offensive line. Now this could change if we got JT.
Okay.
We got Jonathan Taylor. That might change that because I have us going 11-6. I have us going 11-6 this year.
Mm-hmm.
If we get Jonathan Taylor, I think we can up that by a win or two.
Okay.
But I do have us losing to the Chargers in a close one. Now, if I'm wrong, that's great. I have us beating New England Sunday night. I think New England's going to be booty this year.
Okay.
I got us beating Denver at home, although I think they're going to be better.
I want to go to that tailgate for sure. I want to go to that tailgate. We got to go to that one.
Yeah, I got us losing to Buffalo week 4. All right, so we're 2-2 at this point. I got us beating the Giants. I think we're going a little bit of a stretch here where we beat the Giants, we beat Carolina at home. Philly's going to be a tough one, but I'm gonna say we're going to win that game.
Okay.
Right. I think we're going to beat New England at home. We're going to lose to the Chiefs in Germany, which again that can be a toss up as well, because that's in Germany. We're not playing in Arrowhead.
Yeah.
Serious hiking.
Das Boot.
We beat Vegas at home. I'm going to say we're going to lose to the Jets Black Friday. I think we're going to split with them this year. As much as I want to beat the crap out of them.
Okay.
I think we beat the Commies. We beat Tennessee. We beat the Jets at home. We beat Dallas on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Lose to Baltimore. We always struggle in Baltimore. Last year's game was one of the best games I've ever seen, one of the best comebacks, but we always struggle. We always struggle versus Baltimore, let alone in Baltimore. I think we lose to Baltimore. I think we beat Buffalo, and there you go. I think that's 11-6, right?
I was not keeping tabs. I was hoping that you would keep tabs. But okay,
I'm predicting the Dolphins to go 11-6. Granted, if we get Jonathan Taylor, I think we can go 12-5, maybe even 13-4.
Duncan, where do you have the Dolphins going? You don't have to go game by game, but where do you have the Dolphins going?
So I got to go through the L.
Oh wait, we're almost losing.
That got that Metro PCS.
Yeah.
I'm losing 4 games.
You got to lose. Oh,
that's my dog. That's my dog.
Hey, the funny thing is, and who do you have them losing to?
I got them losing. They're going to split with the Bills. They're going to lose to the Chiefs. I have them losing to the Cowboys and losing to Baltimore. That's 4. That's it. Yeah.
That's understandable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I got the Miami Dolphins, and doing it real quick, and I got the Dolphins going 13-4 as well. I got them starting.
Bro. Man, I appreciate y'all.
Hey, I got them starting off hot.
I'm telling you.
Look, I got them starting off hot. I think Tua has a lot to prove this year. Their first loss comes with the Eagles. Then they rebound with the Pats. They lose to the Chiefs. They lose to the Jets. And they lose to the Cowboys. So, yeah, there goes your 13-4 right there.
Homers.
So I do think that Dolphins, if it wasn't for Tua getting injured, now again, this is all Tua being healthy, them with JT. Even though even if they don't have JT, I think they'll become 13-4. But Tua is the main aspect here that has to stay healthy. So that's why I have them going 13-4. So we're going to talk about the Cowboys now. Their schedule. I also have them going 13-4. Okay. I got them starting hot. Also, we're beating Giants, Jets, Cardinals, Packers. We're revenging that loss, and we're going to beat the 49ers. Okay. We're going to lose to the Chargers right after that. Then we have a bye week. Then I have them going on a little 3-game winning streak. Rams, Eagles, Giants.
Damn, you're beating the Eagles at home?
Yeah.
At their house?
Yeah, bro. Dak owns the Eagles. Okay. And then the surprising loss that some people want to see, and I think it's going to be a letdown game where you just throw your guard down. I have us losing to the Panthers. I just feel like I believe it's at Carolina. Coming off a win versus the Giants and Eagles, two divisional games. You're gonna throw your guard down because the next week we have the Commies. I believe we're gonna beat the Commies, beat the Seahawks, uh, beat the Eagles, lose to the Bills. But that's going to be an interesting one because seeing the Diggs brothers go head to head, that's going to be interesting. I can't wait to see because, hey, look,
It's tough to win in Buffalo, man.
Yeah, and listening to Trayvon,
especially in December.
Yeah, listening to Trayvon, he even says, "I know all my brother's moves," but Stephon says, "Hey, I've always had that one move in the bag that I didn't show him." So I can't wait for that matchup. I got us beating the Dolphins, Lions, and then losing to the Commanders last game, but I think that's due to the fact that we're going to sit a lot of our starters and get ready for the playoffs. So that got us 13-4.
That's solid. I had Dallas going 12-5, winning
12-5?
the division, the division, but going far in the playoffs, like NFC Championship type of far. And depending on who they play there, and obviously the NFC is not as strong as the AFC is this year. You don't have to worry about Aaron Rodgers. I know Aaron Rodgers has broken your hearts a couple times.
Yeah.
But I think Dallas is going far this year, given the circumstances. But I think 12-5 because I feel like the Dolphins too. I feel like you guys are going to lose a couple games that you should have won, that you expected to win, and we have those every year. I feel like the Dolphins and the Cowboys are always kind of on the same trajectory, where you guys have won more than us recently, but I feel like we always have the same type of losses and the same type of games. So I definitely see that. So I have them going 12-5, but again, far in the playoffs.
So Dolphins, where's your ceiling? Do you have them second round exit, championship game, or Super Bowl?
Man, I think we can go to the championship game, to be honest with you, bro. If everybody stays healthy, I think we can go to the AFC championship game. I really do. Again, if we add the talent that we've been talking about, then even better. But I feel like our offense can hang with anybody. And last year, we proved that. We were down big to Baltimore. We were down big to Detroit, in Detroit. And our offense is what brought us back. And then in Buffalo, in that wild card game in Buffalo, with a third string quarterback, we were down early, but we could have won that game. And I feel like if Tua's healthy and our defense is what it's supposed to be, we can hang with anybody, whether we're on the road or whether we're at home. So it all depends on Tua, man.
Yeah, Duncan, where you think the Dolphins' ceiling is?
I think it's the Super Bowl. I expect them to get the AFC Championship game. It's hard to repeat, man. I ain't gonna lie, for Kansas City to keep going back, and they got their little issues with Chris Jones, and of course Kansas City the favorite, but it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard.
And I'm with you, Dunk. I think that's the ceiling, especially if we had Taylor. If we get Taylor, I think we're Super Bowl contenders.
Yeah.
I don't see how anybody stops our offense, even if we struggle on defense. I don't see it.
Especially once
exactly. And then also, you get Ramsey back in that stretch. So
and then X got to stay healthy. The past couple of years, he been getting dinged up. If we can just, always got to stay healthy, bro.
Is it a contract year for X? Because I feel like anytime it's a contract year, that's when he balls out.
We have him locked up for the next 2 or 3 years. But they're saying this might be his last because his contract is he's getting older, and so is his contract. His yearly salary. So, and I know we're about to face cap apocalypse because we got so many people to pay. And then if Tua balls out this year, he's gonna get his $40 million a year. So how are we gonna do that? So I don't know. We'll see.
That's crazy. So
but
so your expectations for the Cowboys? What do you think that where they go?
Who are you asking, me or Dunk?
You.
You.
I think they can get to the Super Bowl. Yeah, in the NFC for sure. I mean, that defense is insane. Obviously, you got Parsons. You added Gilmore. Yeah, he's a little older, but he's still really, really good. and he's going to have Diggs on the other side with him. I think if Dak gets it together, and I always mess with you about the Cowboys, but I really feel like this team is constructed, especially in the NFC, because the NFC is not what it used to be right now. And yeah, you got Philly and all that stuff, but I think they can. I think their ceiling is a Super Bowl.
Yeah. And what is there like a under? I would say like a team that nobody's really talking about that you guys, either one of you guys can answer this question, but a team that nobody's really talking about but you feel like it's going to be a surprise team. Duncan can go first.
I think the Saints are going to be good. I think the Saints have a shot to be good. Not like great, but good. I mean, Carr's usually pretty steady. You got to think about it, bro. Michael Thomas, you got Landry. You know what I'm saying? You got Kamara. He's gonna be out for three games. They got Williams from Detroit. So and then on defense, they still got dudes, man. You still got Jordan. You got Marshawn Lattimore, Honey Badger. I mean, so I think and like you said, the NFC is they're not strong, bro. So I think the Saints have a chance to make the playoffs. Yeah.
JT
got a shot, bro.
Right on with Duncan. That's an excellent pick. I think a lot of people are sleeping on New Orleans, and they get Kamara back, they got Carr, they got Michael Thomas. I think Michael Thomas, he's a big talker and made of glass, but I feel like he has a chip on his shoulder. He's gonna want to show some things. So I think New Orleans is gonna surprise a lot of people this year. But I wouldn't sleep on the Rams either, man. Wouldn't sleep on the Rams.
Look, my team I want to say is Cleveland Browns. I just want to see how Deshaun Watson. Everybody's just forgetting about Deshaun.
But were you talking about the NFL in general or the NFC?
Oh, I was talking about the NFL in general.
Okay, yeah, okay. All right, I like the Cleveland pick too for the AFC.
Yeah. Well, I got Deshaun.
I just feel like
I'm streaming Deshaun, bro. I got him bouncing back like top 5, bro. I'm telling you, that's me. I always been the big Deshaun.
Yeah.
Clemson, bro. I think Deshaun. He gonna shake that rust off, and he gonna jump back to how he was.
So I know who Duncan's first QB is gonna be picked tomorrow. So.
Negative. I said I like Deshaun. I just said I'm gonna draft him high. I'm not gonna reach, bro.
Yeah.
Now, if I hold out on quarterback, he might be my first. Like if I wait till later rounds, but no, I'm not reaching on Deshaun, bro.
How many leagues are you in, Dunk?
I'm only in 2.
2?
I was trying to be in 3, but no, I'm in 2.
JC, how many you're in?
I'm in 3. I was almost in 4, but Dunk, I didn't tell you, but I told Vlad I need to drop out of his boys' league because I was looking at, I have our league, I have the card room league, and then I have my boys' league that I'm in. And then, I know I pretty much won the championship in that league, but man, I got lucky. I got lucky last year. But I was looking at the scoring in that league, man, and it's just ridiculous. So I was like, I can't do it. So 3.
Yeah, I'm in 3 as also. It sucks during game day and when you're watching Red Zone and stuff like that because you're like, yes, damn it, because you're going against him in the other league
every week,
like,
bro.
Oh man. Go ahead.
No. I try not to be more than 2, but the other one I did was with my boys, just to do it. But I try not to be in more than 2.
Yeah.
I 3 max, bro.
3 max.
Yeah.
More than 3, like Vlad.
Yeah.
Damn near.
That's what I was telling Vlad. I was like, I ain't you, bro. I can't do it.
No, I can't. No.
And
3 max. Bro.
I do have to get a shout out to Dunk. The card room league was last year was early as hell. I was sleeping. I gave
Earlier
Dunk my password. Yeah, I gave Dunk my password, and when I woke up, the best team, the solid ass team, I was like, "Yo, this is winning me the championship."
Yo, did you give Dunk a cut?
Yeah, I did. Ask him.
Just making sure.
Yeah, I'm a man of my word.
You didn't give him Lucky's vouchers?
I was
it was crazy. I drafted his squad better than mine, but you know what I'm saying? I felt that pressure, boy. I said, nah, but
yeah,
that's what's up.
He said it kind of got scary because he got called to an incident, and then time was running out, and then but he got me my players I wanted.
I'm excited. I'm excited for tomorrow.
So you won both?
Definitely excited for tomorrow.
Yeah, I won both leagues, bro.
Damn,
2 out of 3.
That's tight work. Tight work.
So, hey, look, I know we don't have that much time, and we're probably gonna get you back on, Duncan, because it's been a hell of a hell of an episode and just having your knowledge. But we are, look, because we're gonna have to talk about the Canes here, because
Damn right.
if none of you know, Duncan is probably the ultimate Canes fan. If you want to get Duncan riled up, and how I get Duncan riled up is
all the time.
If I don't see him chatting in the group chat, I just have to say Canes suck or something like that. And bam, Duncan's in there, giving me an earful. So with the Canes, I want to get Duncan's knowledge. I just want to get his expectations and what he decided to see. And I know that because going from Duncan knowing the high school and who they got in red shirt, this and that, and so forth.
Zaquan Patterson, bro, from Chaminade, safety. We're recruiting, boy.
Yes, sir.
We're recruiting.
Yeah. Hey, look, and I'm kind of.
Hey, Doug, I'm gonna need you to give Ted a hug tomorrow, man, because St. Thomas got their ass whooped last night.
Hey, boy.
Yeah, bro.
That team they were playing.
John's Bosco.
They're the #1 in the nation. They ain't no joke.
Yeah.
But you know what's crazy? I asked Ted. I was like, "Yo, are they any good?" And they're like, "Yeah, they're all right." And I'm like,
"Nah, St. John's Bosco is it's top tier. They're top 5. Damn near.
Yeah, like every year, bro. They top.
Wow. Okay. I would not. Hey, you know what, bro? High school football has changed so much. I had a good time watching some high school games last night on ESPN, bro. They went on late too.
Yeah, but St. Thomas Bosco's top tier. Chaminade, them boys, the 2 receivers is no joke. We got one. We got Trotter, but I went to Ohio State. He's like the #1 receiver in the nation. I think he's going to Ohio State, but we're trying to get him here. But but we got the safety.
Look at this knowledge that we're getting from the high school level.
Yeah, bro.
See, that's what I'm talking about. The knowledge that we get from Duncan high school level is.
Hey, man, you got to stay plugged
damn
in.
Near by now.
Miami-Dade, South Florida, we got the best high school players in the nation. You know what I'm saying? Texas, y'all good.
And
y'all good too.
And I don't have his TikTok handle right now, but for the Joker, this kid that said that Florida football is not in the top 5 is a joke. That boy had the top 3. He's
trolling, bro. He's trolling.
Yeah, and you have to be trolling because most of the NFL players are from the South Florida area or the Florida area. Yeah. But he had California, Texas, and you know who was the third team he had? The third city or state? Georgia. And I'm like, yo, come
Georgia's
on.
Up there,
I'll
but
say Georgia's good, but come on.
Nah, bro. It's Florida, Texas, California's up there too, but Georgia, Bama
so top 3 right now. Top 3 state and go by 1, 2, 3. Who do you like? What would you say?
I mean, of course, I got Florida. I got Texas. That third is tricky, bro. Like that third is tricky. I don't know.
Because I'll go Florida, Cali, and Texas.
Yeah, no, I'm saying it. Cali and Georgia is kind of battling, you know what I mean? But I mean, Cal's bigger. I might take Cal too, but I only care about #1, boy. That's South Florida. No, Florida got the most, bro. I'm telling you.
Well, yeah. I was just trying to rattle off people. I was like, yo, we got Calvin Ridley, Cooks, both Cook brothers.
Yeah.
We got a shitload of people that from the South Florida. So yeah, he had to be trolling.
Yeah,
he doesn't believe in what he says. So yeah, for that guy.
Bro, now we just need him to stay in Florida. That's all.
Come on, man. Talking about Lamar Jackson, man. It just
the list goes on. The list goes on, and those
the
years
Bosa
that
brothers.
The Bosa brothers.
Yeah, bro. St. Thomas.
Yeah. That's totally real. So,
all
right, but hey, thank you guys for tuning in to Big Meat Sports. Don't forget to check us out on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube. Our YouTube, hey, like, subscribe, please. It really helps this channel out. If you like the content, please hit us up. Don't forget, when you guys are watching us, you guys can comment. We can comment back. So saw a lot of people that are on today. They didn't really comment, but I guess they're so in tune to what we're saying. But I appreciate you guys for tuning in, and we'll catch you guys on the next episode.
Most def.